Hey everyone, this is episode 113 of Noodle Time. Welcome back. Here with me is OSG. Seems that he's not in the studio there, but where are you, OSG?
Bro, I'm at Mike A. Myers Stadium on the University of Texas campus, the greatest university in the United States, and it's University of Texas versus them other guys, corn pickers over there at A&M Aggies. So I got kickoff right now here in the background as I'm talking to you, man. So I'm going to be in a good mood in this show unless the Aggies score here, but that's what's up. So I got my horns up and my H is up. Let's go Horns.
Nice. I heard they're number 2 now, but I don't know about number 1, but oh well.
No, not soccer, not soccer. Hey, football's different. Football's number 1, and they get a bye. That's a different story. 2 weeks we got Georgia. That's going to be a game right there.
No, definitely. No, that was going to be insane, but yeah, a lot of college football happening, man. I've been watching behind the scenes, especially Texas. They've been number 1 for the past couple of weeks now. And that game against Georgia is going to be insane, but yeah, a lot of sports. And I was just watching La Liga. Real Madrid just had Atletico with the big Madrid derby, so it was absolutely insane.
Did Madrid get awarded a penalty kick?
Almost. We didn't get a penalty kick this time.
Surprise.
Yeah. No, but yeah, we have a few things to talk about. Definitely Dash, definitely Dynamo. We are recording this a little bit before the Dose game, so we won't be able to get their game against Tacoma Defiance. But we're still gonna do a little chat about them since we got a big game coming up tonight. But yeah, first things first, we gotta talk Dash, and they faced Orlando Pride and lost 3-1 on the road. And I mean, this game that you're heading into this one, it was.
Hey, you got to lead in better than that. We lost to the undefeated top team in the NWSL 3-1. Don't placate it. Make it soft here. Let the people understand. That was a tough game to begin with, no matter what.
No, yeah, I mean they're undefeated still, and they did the job against Houston again. And I was about to say that for us, it's gonna be a game about minimizing damage, and we kind of didn't do that, even though the first half I felt like we did pretty okay up until Marta did her thing, and pretty much the whole game just went out of Houston's control after conceding. But man, hey, silver lining, Yuki started, Yuki goal. That's my math right there.
Whatever works. I mean, when you only have 6 subs to play with, 17 players total, what are you going to do? We're still wheeling right here. We get 3 games left, or however many games left, and 3 games left, and now 2. So it's just play who you can play and hope that nobody else gets hurt and we survive the rest of the season. I'm okay with the way they played in this game against Orlando, man, especially, how much down we are. It's crazy. The players were missing. So there's nothing bad to say right now. The girls are out there giving their effort. Avery Patterson should be Rookie of the Year, but she's not putting out the goals or the assists, but she's putting out her heart, man. So I'm still enjoying watching the Dash. I'm going to be very curious to this offseason and can't wait till we get there.
No, yeah, and Houston here did outsave Orlando. No surprise. Obviously, we have Jane Campbell in a goal, and she did get let in 3, but of course that's not really her fault. And it's just Orlando's amazing attack that's been a menace in the entire league this whole year, and it's just hard to stop. And for us, like we said in previous episodes, it's just been a matter of trying to find where we are successful at and try to capitalize, especially defensively. But unfortunately, with all the circumstances that we have right now, it's just incredibly hard. So I do appreciate that the girls did put in a shift, or they keep showing up for us. But that's just the reality of the situation, unfortunately, because we are still in this, and we actually have 4 games left, and it's just a matter of what can we start thinking about until next year, because it's just we might not see most of these players again for next year. We're definitely going to keep a core with all the players that we're signing, but heading into the next few games, because our next game is against the Chicago Red Stars back at home. Heading into the next game, I'm obviously gonna say adjustments. Cool, yeah, just throw whatever we can do out there, even if we have barely a bench to put on. But what do you think can happen next game, man?
Well, we welcome Shea Groom home. Let's go and let's say Jane Campbell with her 600 saves this season. That's a note to worth saying. And I say this season, but that's over her career. So guys, don't go. Oh my gosh, 600 saves. It's probably like 550 this year, but and last year as well. But yeah, I don't know. I like the core that we have. I like what they represent. I like what the effort they're trying. The question is, everything, right? Right? GM, coach. Is Ricky going to be the coach? I would think not. The style's going to change again. You're going to bring in a whole core of new players again. So man, shout out to them girls who are sticking it out and playing and giving every bit of effort. And the situation sucks. And those that signed extensions and are still under contract and not asking to leave, shout out to them giving extra because they're going to be a part of this core and they're going to be a part of the table that turns over. And, right now the table's laying on the ground, but we're going to stand it up on its legs. And, hopefully it's just, you can turn things around in a season. So we just need to get that GM, that coach. Jessica's going to have to answer some questions. You just said 4 games left, so she's got 4 games until she has to start answering some questions. Right now, she can be quiet and can be vague about things, but hey, 4 games, you better start answering. And we keep telling you this every episode, so be ready. But yeah, back to the core, man. You got to like the core you have. You have Andresa, Barb, Ordonez. You have the defensive line is set for a while. So Tarsi already looks pretty healthy. She's working out again. She's not wearing the brace on her shoulder anymore. So that's good news. So I'm hopeful. I'm optimistic soccer guy for the Dash as far as what we go into the season. But again, as we go through day to day, we're gonna have to see if the front office is doing anything. So again, my timeline is 4 games. Once the season ends, you have till that Monday to start answering questions to the fans and start making announcements and start saying this and this is the plan. This is what we're gonna do. So I give y'all time, a little bit of time.
100%, and we've been giving them a lot of time. You could say like 2 or 3 months without a head coach, and a good chunk of time without a GM as well. And and granted, there's still things they cannot really say, but again, we are still last place in the league. Well, back to last place in the league after this result, and it's just disheartening. We did mention in the past couple episodes that the situation is not optimal, and fans deserve to have communications all over. We just have to wait until the end of the year, I guess. But I just hope they actually communicate things to us, because it's just like us assuming things and reading what's on the social media and all that, and it shouldn't be like that. So
Well, let's do a look at it during the season. Right now, at the point that we're at, the changes that we asking to be made can't fix what's happening right now. And I don't think it's a good idea to bring in a brand new coach right now. Wait till the season and get that new coach in here instantly. Let's go back to Fran. Legalities of it. Probably you can't fire Fran, depending on what the deal is with his absence. He could be medical, it could be whatever. So technically, we probably can't fire him until after the season if there's a health thing to go with it. Because then I'm sure they can work the fine line about it and say, hey, you're not able to do your job. We can't hold on to you. So far, so be it. Bye. Then we move on. So right now is not a good time to be telling the fans all this and then try to Golazo, Texas. So I love it, man. Golazo. 1-0 over A&M right now. We're only 9 minutes into this game. But going back to Jessica, so it's you kind of got to hold this locker room together right now, and if you don't want to make things worse than what they already are. So let's wait till the 4 games are over, and then after that, you just knock it out the park. And these girls have to know a little bit of something for them to take those extensions and sign those contracts and want to stay in Houston and give Houston a chance. So behind the scenes, something's happening. It's just not going to be to the public eye, and that's why I say that timeline: 4 games. That Monday after the last game, I want to hear something.
yeah, everyone wants to, honestly. But yeah, it's gonna be a interesting 4 games. We'll see if at least the lineup wise it stays the same. But I feel like there's gonna be a few changes over time. So hopefully
With who?
whatever works sticks, right? I mean, with whatever they have, it's just like whoever's available at this point. So yep.
Yeah, I mean, I would even like to see, like, you don't have much left, and the players coming off the bench are players you probably don't want to start, you really don't want to see play, because, that's where the game changes. You're competitive in the first half because you're playing with a good core of players that have played all season, and in the second half you start making subs, and you get players that are not experienced as much and fighting just to get minutes, and it sucks because they're emergency minutes. They're not even minutes that they kind of deserve. Like they're just kind of thrown into the fire. So. You're just going to play with the roster you have. You'll start who you start, and I would like to see, even let's go ahead and ditch Jane Campbell the last 2 games. Let McKinney have a start, and let Hines have a start, and then that's how you finish the season. And Campbell's not going nowhere. She's here for 4 years, so we're good with it.
I'm definitely
Interesting
okay
though.
with
We'll
that.
see.
I'm definitely okay with that, and definitely the all the goalkeepers that we have available should get more opportunities in the last 4 games. So I hope that's the case.
And Heather Hens is she's kind of like doing like Ryan Garys does. Ryan Garys is back, and she's already becoming a figurehead for the Dash as far as social media and doing stuff like that. Heather Hens is doing the same thing on the side. There's a couple other players that they're very vocal and very out there. So I'm pretty sure behind the scenes they're helping out with the community and doing their thing, and they love it here. So let's give them a little bit of a chance while there's time. That ain't gonna hurt you to play them either. And Jane Campbell, she's just a superstar. Let her sit back and coach these girls for a couple games and go into the off season. Let's figure this crap out because it stinks. Or is that A&M over there? I'm not sure.
Yeah. And yeah, the next home game is gonna be against the Chicago Red Stars. It's gonna be on Friday, October 4th. Hey, make it to the game, support the girls. If you're not in Houston or can make it to the game, I think that one's gonna be on NWSL Plus, I believe. I'm gonna double check, but well, yeah, just be there, honestly.
Yeah, just go to the friggin' stadium. It's a Friday nighter. Dynamo are out of town on Saturday night in St. Louis. It's a Friday nighter. Come on. The Astros are in the playoffs, but I'm not sure they'll be playing on that Friday night, so it'll be quiet downtown. So come on, no excuses. Get there. Tickets are cheap. Anyways, no excuses.
Yeah, and it's gonna be a big week of soccer too because Houston's closing out the schedule and they do have a game back home on Wednesday. So yeah, just go on Friday, man. It's gonna be a good time. Support the girls as much as possible and go Dash.
Yeah, go Dash, man. And yeah, let's just hurry up and get to that off season. It sucks, but hey, we'll keep bringing the news, and we'll see. I'll be there Friday in person to at that game to see if I can get anything out of that one, and see if we can get a dub, and say hi to Shay Groom, and I'll let her know that I'm a horn right now, and her Aggies are losing. And she'll throw me the H's still though. That's what's important. But yeah, DTFO.
DTFO, that's good. That's good. We're gonna talk about Dynamo now. They lost 1-0 on the road in Seattle. I guess that's the bad news because the good news is that they clinched playoffs before the game started, and it's great.
Yeah, lead with the good. We clinched the playoff before the game. Even Seattle clinched. So, woohoo! We made the playoffs. We were expecting to make the playoffs. How can we just make a top 4? That's what we're coming into this game playing for, is home field advantage. Or are we going to give home field advantage away? Who knows? I don't know, man. But congrats. We made the playoffs 2 years in a row. First time since 2012 and 2013. So, we're moving.
I was gonna say that this is the first time they clinched back-to-back playoffs in, you could say, 10 years. Like it's been that long. Obviously, we made playoffs back in 2017, but even then it was just, you could say, like a one-hit wonder kind of thing. But yeah, like it's just amazing how the club has been able to grow over time, and granted the change of ownership and technical staff was a factor. But this is the thing we have to celebrate, man. Like I feel like some of the people, like some people, can't grasp that fact because it's a collective effort. Like it's pretty difficult to make it to playoffs. Like nowadays, like even with parity and all that, like some teams in MLS will definitely be more than happy to be like to clinch playoffs before the season ends. So it's great.
And we haven't been there, man. Like we've been in the turmoil for 10 years. 2013, like you said, and that was the back to back, and you're coming off of back to back cup losses as well. And then you make the playoffs in 17. You win the Open Cup in 18. So, but other than that, you haven't done nothing for 10 years, and it sucks. So Ben Olsen's here, Pat's here. Playoffs last year, playoffs this year. Made it to the Western Conference, final. What can we do next, man? Where can we go? If this team could just figure out their style a little better, a better way to attack, then I think we could do something. But we'll get into that part of the show in a little bit. But for now, congratulations. Let's see how far we can go in the playoffs, and let's see if we actually go in person as well to one of those games.
Definitely, and it's as long as there are no Wednesday playoff games, it's great. But well, yeah, we'll see what pops up. But hopefully, the team keeps like those keep bringing those points to hopefully have more chances to host games. So yeah,
Yeah, with my luck, the way they do that 3-game series is it'll be a Friday, Monday, Tuesday game, and not a Saturday, Sunday game like it was last year. So it will suck, and I'll have to figure it out. But whatever, we're in the playoffs. I can't complain.
right. No, yeah, and just going back to the game, I definitely knew that this was going to be a tough game to play, especially in Seattle. Um, Turf, you know how it's going to go. Um, and yeah, I felt like for this particular team itself, this is going to be hard to break altogether. The one thing that stood out to me this entire time was just the fact that we weren't really breaking through their defense in most of our chances. And it just sucks. Obviously, we have some of our starters missing, but still, it's just annoying that like in that whenever we are in a situation like we are right now, it's hard for us to find a breakthrough, especially against the better teams.
Look, man, like what are we? We're compared to Columbus, right? I keep hearing that from the experts or whatever. Would you say that's a fair comparison?
It's a stretch, but I mean, if we're full strength, I think we're that good, honestly.
Well, they're talking about style of play as well. That we're kind of not like a mirror, but just the same style, a little bit different intrigue. So I bring Columbus up because Seattle just played Columbus a few weeks ago and beat them 4-0. And, it's like kind of was curious about this game. What can we do? We're confident on the road, right? But we're playing a Seattle team who played a mirror-like team and just kicked their butt all over the place. And then this game starts and you really had the same friggin' feeling. getting your butt kicked all over the place, which is a different feeling for us on the road, too.
No, and really, the one thing that just kept happening throughout the game all game long is just like Seattle was just like in terms of physicality, they were just more than willing to keep running all over Houston and keep that pressure up because I felt like a lot of those opportunities came through like either missed passes or they were just able to recover the ball quickly, and that's one of the that's how the first goal came over because like Rothar was able to find the ball like off an unlucky bounce and he was just able to put it on the far post and it sucks but just really me just trying to see this team go get back into it like I didn't see like a lot of production there and it's definitely disappointing.
So let's just bring this up. All right, we say Ben's style is so freaking predictable every week, and it pretty much is, man. And the league's figuring out, and you don't see much change. At least he's making substitutions different than what we're used to during the season. But stubborn Ben. So our possessive style of playing a game where we want to hold the ball forever, and opponents don't want to hold the ball, and they counter us, and then they press us and try to steal the ball from us. Well, we don't move the ball fast enough forward, so we're allowing teams to set up their defense and defend against us, and it's just getting ridiculous. And it was brought up several times last night by the commentary. 70% possession and 2 shots and 1 shot on goal. That's not how you play the friggin' game, man. You got to score the friggin' goals, and we're putting ourselves in a bind and putting ourselves in that situation to make it even harder to be creative because now Seattle's got 10 players behind the ball. And sometimes it's 11 because there's strikers coming back too. Like it's nuts. So predictable, and it's frustrating. Ben gets frustrated in the press conference with some stupid questions. Well, dude, I get frustrated, Ben, that you're so predictable and won't make fucking changes, dude. Come on, man. It's annoying. So change it up a little bit. That's tactics, man.
Yeah, and and I do agree, and I also do feel for Ben because he's missing. Obviously, we don't have Quinones, we don't have Finale, which definitely opened things up for us, and of course Hector Herrera, who couldn't forget about him. But still, like whenever we have players like on the bench and starting, we always want to find their strengths to take advantage of that and try to turn things around. And that's definitely the job of the head coach here. But yeah, I do agree that it's
But
just like
we're
it's getting yeah.
we're not getting Aliyu to stretch the field. We're not getting him the ball past the defender. We're getting him the ball to his feet, and then he won't take on that defender. So we're not stretching the field properly on the left side like Ben wants. You have overlapping, right? Okay, how's he going to overlap when the defense is already friggin' sitting 10 friggin' people deep? It sucks. It's so predictable. Let's put Ponce or Sebas, whoever the hell is playing striker, make them make some direction, some runs, and let's play the ball over the top, and let's make it a little bit different so we can play our possessive style of ball and move the ball around when we want to slow the game down. But otherwise, we're not putting any pressure on the opponent, and they're able to defend us big time in the box, and it's impossible to score.
Hey man, Mackenzie Gaines is a striker, man. It's I guess it's a thing now, so get used to it.
Yeah, and it was temporary, like Ben said in the press conference afterwards. It was temporary move just until you can get, because Gabe Siegel was always coming in the game. So obviously with no Ponce, Sebas was going to start. Sebas said 90-minute fit. So I like games and I like what I see him. So get him on the field. And the halftime sub, I was happy with it because Aliyu, Ben, he's just gone down and down and down and down. He's making it harder for us to defend him. And really, he can't defend him right now. He's not doing nothing well at all. Hadn't even scored in probably a month and a half or an assist.
No, and we got a big week ahead of us after this result. It's actually 2 games we got next week. So Wednesday we are hosting New England Revolution, Wednesday October 2nd, and on Saturday, that's the 5th, we're visiting St. Louis City. And like, look, these teams can just look out of the playoff picture altogether, but still, it's just gonna be one of those games that we have to do the rotations, and especially the game against New England because Dorsey's gonna be suspended due to yellow card accumulation, and there's gonna be some adjustments made there too. So, and of course, thinking about players getting rest ahead of those 2 games, it's gonna be interesting. But what do you think, OSG?
Don't expect rotation at all. Obviously, you said Dorothy's going to be out, so Stairs will be in that position. As far as anybody else getting the start, shoot, I don't know. Maybe you might get a game start over Aliyu this week because you have seen Ben not start Aliyu, but he had other options at the same time. Gaines is an option, so you might see that change, but that's the only 2 changes I would anticipate. And just because, like I said, Ben's stubborn. It's a home game as well against a low-ranked team in the Eastern Conference. So it's supposed to be not an easy win. No game is easy, but it's supposed to be an expected win at home. So I expect Ben to just do his thing. Ben's besties, Ben's besties. And this time it's Stairs and yeah, yeah. And I do kind of hope to see a Gaines over Aliyu. Let Gaines get their start, and you'll probably see Sebas again. Um, other than that, I wouldn't expect too much difference. Be nice to see Bartlow and give one of the Mikel or Eric a break, but you don't know. I don't know, man. He's not going to make no changes. But you call me wrong, though. Please call me wrong.
The other thing to consider is that we do have a bye week next week or the week after next week, and I feel like it's just gonna be that opportunity that you just said. It's gonna be Ben's besties all over again for the next 2 games. So we'll see. But like you said, it's pretty hard for us to like predict an adjustment by Ben. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, and like you said, since we had the bye, maybe rotate against New England at home, go to St. Louis full force, and then you have 2 weeks off for whatever that day's called, the last day of the season, decision day, when you're trying to decide if you want to be a home team or if you want to be an away team in the first round of playoffs. And technically in the playoffs, but we don't want to be that 8 or 9 seed either.
Yeah. No, it's I'll happily go to playoffs, but man, I don't want to play that playing game. It just looks like pain.
Oh yeah, I feel sorry for that game. That game shouldn't even exist. Just give us the top 8 and let's go. Nobody needs to suffer like that. But hey, as SKC did took it somewhere last year, so you never know. That's what it's for, I
Yeah.
guess.
I mean, whoever wants it, it's there. So it's there's a reason that's there still, but well, yeah, I don't want that game honestly.
Nah, no way. Let's get the best of three. Let's get the home. So let's just play at home, and we'll fix our home how we play at home during the playoffs. So we can bring back Hell in the Shell, hopefully.
And I hope so. But yeah, I mean, go Dynamo, man. Keep winning those games. Get the high seed. We got some big games, 3 games to go, and no, it's gonna be insane, man.
Yeah. At home against New England, at St. Louis. Let's get 6 points. Put us in a good situation against LA Galaxy, who's got the first seed sewed up pretty much. I think they're going to clinch it next week on Wednesday, and then let's just go strong into the playoffs. So and show LA Galaxy that we can play with them. Make them scared going into the playoffs. Yeah.
No, yeah,
Well, we'll see.
that's Dynamo. Yeah, but man, that's Dynamo. Still happy about the playoffs. Like you have no idea. Like it's just finally able to clinch, but still gotta work on that seed.
And let's remind everybody, Dallas and Austin are not in the playoffs. They're still trying to get in, but likely they're not going to. Austin saved their butts with a 2-2 tie against RSL, man, when they were down 2-0, or they'd be eliminated. So good for them, but, and they got this stupid little van driving around Austin trying to fire Josh Wolf, so they're at that again. But, I'm glad we're not in their boat. We did our 10 years. Now it's their turn to suck. And ever since their existence.
Hey man, we're Copa Teja Shield champions, man. So they gotta put respect to our name.
You had to bring that up. Damn. That thing that doesn't get it, Copa Shield, and it's a friggin' hat. So I don't know. I don't get it. The Copa hat. Yeah, right. Well, they said you got to put nachos in it.
Yeah, they're gonna grave the club's name too. So it's gonna be interesting. So I'll wait to see it if the Search or El Batallon or Texian Army receive it. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see if they get it or if they want it.
Yeah. No, yeah, yeah. Just back to those because, like we said earlier, we're not gonna be able to cover the Tacoma Defiance game since it's happening in a few hours from now. And we did talk about the last game against Colorado Rapids too, back at home. And I'm gonna say it again, man. This is a must-win game. I don't want to hear all this negativity going on because I hate Tacoma Defiance, and this is a team we have to win, and not just for the points, but also because it's our pride, man. I'm tired of playing Tacoma Defiance in playoffs, and we need some points against them, honestly.
All right, so Tacoma Defiance is our next pro nemesis. We've eliminated us the first 2 years in the playoffs. This will be your number 3. They can keep us from making the playoffs if they defeat us tonight. So, yeah, like you said, 2 games left, 6 points. 6 points to get. You're sitting in 8th place. 13th place is all the way down. You can still make the playoffs. So, man, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's 6 teams all together fighting for that 8th place. And we hold the 8th place with, like I said, 2 games counting tonight's game. So, man, can we at least get a tie and win the penalty kicks? That would be helpful. But we got to at least get a point. And Texas scores again. Again, baby. Look at that, baby. Look at that. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
Far free to go. 2-0 over the Aggies right now. We're still 17 minutes to halftime. Texas, fight! But yeah, back to what I was saying. There's a lot going on. Maybe for those that are listening to this episode, maybe I'll come out on Monday and put like a little 5 or 10 minute speak together, talk about the dose and where they're at. And we have a home game for our last game, so it could be a huge game, and they're gonna ask for the fans to come out to that game if they're still in it. So we'll see what happens tonight. We're gonna defy the Defiance. We're gonna try to get those points, even get that win. I think they've clinched, so they're safe. So maybe they'll take it easy and play some of them kids. But yeah, man, the Defiance. I hate them. I'm like you.
Yeah. It's gotta get a result, man. A win's gonna be great, but at least a draw. And if they win the shootout, great. But it's gotta get all the points. I don't wanna worry about other teams and all that. It sucks.
Yeah. Just play the game tonight. Let's have a good game. Let's see if we can utilize the offense and defeat Tacoma and then get them back in the playoffs. And hey, remember, when we're fighting for an 8th seed, we're not necessarily going to play the 1st seed. They get to pick who they get. The top seeds get to pick who they want to play in the 1st round. So they're also throwing that out there too. So let's just get that win tonight. And like I said, you'll hear from us later during the week, and we'll bring you the next game, which is at 3:00 on Sunday at home on October the 6th. So that'll be the final home game. Hopefully that's a clinching playoff game, but we'll see. We'll see. I think I'll be there for that one too, but that's still to come. But like I said, let's get that win tonight and let's just make it easy and make everybody chase us, man.
Yeah. No, yeah, and we'll definitely report back after that game, hopefully next week. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this one, guys. As always, I would do appreciate the support and every time you share our content. As always, you're able to find all of our content on our Ko-fi page. That's ko-fi.com/dynamicfoxtrot, ko-fi.com/dynamicfoxtrot. And also our YouTube channel. That's where we put all of our episodes, all of our content, our short content as well. And Goals TV, goals.tv/dynamicfoxtrot. It's a great place to also catch on to new content creators in soccer space. And I highly recommend it if you haven't already checked it out. So, well, yeah, guys. OSG, any final words from UT?
Texas fight. It's 2-0 right now. Like I said, 15 minutes to go. Texas defense is playing really well. Aggies are coming down shot. Doesn't even face the keeper. It's like Jane Campbell's in the goal over here. Nah, man, no final words. Just hold your horns up, throw your H's up, and have a good night.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and stay noodle, y'all.